Hello all and welcome, and I'm the MGTOW Philosopher. And in this video, I would like to talk about a funny story I saw about a man essentially being attacked for praising his wife. Of course, he was attacked by, you guessed it, feminists. Now, let's read this little excerpt here from a guy named Trip. I love this woman and her curvy body. Now, of course, we know curvy means fat. Okay, when a guy says curvy, when a woman says curvy, he's a cuck, simp, pussy. I bet, he's nice and smooth down there. There's no balls or dick hanging there. He's just got nothing down there. He's a woman, okay? He talks like a woman. I love my curvy woman's body. As a teenager, I was often teased by my friends for my attraction to girls on the thicker side. So he's just a chubby chaser. It's a fetish, okay? Ones who were shorter and curvier, girls that the average basic bro might refer to as chubby or fat. Yeah, okay. And feminists attack man for fat praising his wife on Instagram. And this was a really big story. It even showed up on morning news shows, international morning news show. It's crazy. Let's see what the story has to say. A man tried to virtue signal on Instagram about how much he likes his curvy wife. Look at me! I'm a progressive male feminist! Woohoo! But the feminists were not pleased. Of course not, because only they are allowed to virtue signal. You can't say that you love fat women and be accepted for that. Oh, no. Not if you're a man. The women themselves can virtue signal and say they love themselves, but you're not allowed to say that you love them. Of course not. They don't want that. No, we're big fat pigs, and we want to be big fat pigs. And we don't want to be wanted for being big fat pigs. We don't want you to want us. We hate men. We're fat because we don't like men. Yeah, okay. Fat women should not be sexy. We don't want to be sexy. That's patriarchy. Feminist outlets have gone and labeled Trip as a fake feminist. Right, because no feminist would love fat women, of course, because fat women are not sexy. They don't want to be sexy. That's patriarchy. Misogyny. Because he's apparently objectifying his wife by praising her curves on social media. Objectification is wrong? Oh, please, give me a break. This is where virtue signaling ultimately gets you. There's no level of pacification that liberal feminists will accept. Robert Tripp learned this the hard way. Right, you're not allowed to objectify women in any way, shape, or form. So he's not allowed to say that her being fat is positive or something. He's not allowed to say anything good. So if he says anything nice, it's objectification. If he says anything bad, he is a misogynist. The social justice warriors and feminazis of the world even dug through Tripp's Twitter and found old posts that were apparently transphobic and racist. So now he's in even more hot water, of course. Because if you piss off the feminazis, then the leftists, they're going to go after you. They're going to go through Google. They're going to go through Twitter. They're going to go through Instagram. They're going to go everything, and they're going to find every little bit of dirt on you they possibly can to cast you in the worst possible light. So that no man in the future will dare say that a fatty is hot. It never ends well, and it's ending horribly for Robbie Tripp and his curvy wife. Curvy. Who's now being labeled a racist. Yeah. What race did he attack? I love how these leftists change the meaning of words. Holy shit. Look at the size of that ass. That is not curvy. That's fat. She's got cottage cheese. She's got cellulite. It's disgusting. And she's got to be heavier than him. Holy shit. That's some scary, scary looking woman, man. Well, let's look at some of these Twitter responses. Strong contender for least fave type of male feminist is man who thinks liking a curvy woman is revolutionary. Yeah, you're just jumping on the same old boat, you scumbag. Now get out of here, you male, you. I hope Robbie Tripp's wife cheats on him 1 million times with men who don't congratulate themselves for being attracted to her. Oh, I see. So you object to the fact that he's essentially virtue signaling, which is all you people do all day, every day. Okay. So does anyone else think this whole Robbie Tripp Instagram post is just a giant circle jerk for himself? Oh, so he's patting himself on the back. Oh, and you're not allowed to do that. But isn't that all you people do? You people play victim all the time. Oh, I see. It's okay to pat yourself on the back for being a victim, but it's not okay to pat yourself on the back for an actual positive quality. Okay. It's absurd. Ridiculous. Ay, ay, ay. And here's the original picture, full size, as it were. Damn. Jesus Christ, she's hideous. Hideous. I mean, it's obviously a fetish, of course. Fat lovers are definitely fetishists, and that's fine. You know, you're a chubby chaser, nothing wrong with that. I guess. Let's see what he has to say. Oh, my God. I love this woman in a curvy body. She's a teenager. Oh, this is just what was I read above was a small excerpt. Okay. Let's start where I left off. Okay. Here we go. Then I became a man. You call yourself a man, you're more like a simp to me, buddy. Worshipping at the feet of your woman. And look at this chick. Look at her feet. She's so fat that her big fat ass has pushed her feet deep into the sand. And look at him. His feet are still on top of the sand. Look at her feet. She's sinking like it's quicksand. Good God, man. Could you even pick her up? Then when I became a man, started to educate myself on issues such as feminism. You're a pussy. You're a pussy, and you got maybe a 95 IQ because you're so easily brainwashed into believing in this leftist crap. Now the media marginalizes women? What are you talking about? Everything the media says about women is they're wonderful, they're great, they're awesome, and men are scum, they're garbage, they have dad bods, and they're fools. You idiot. You idiot. You're just parroting stuff that you've been told. It's dogma, my friend, dogma. You're just spouting talking points. I realize how many men have bought into that lie that a very narrow and a specific standard of beauty, thin, tall, lean. Yeah, men bought into the lie of a thin, tall, lean woman being attractive. For me, there's nothing sexier than this woman right here. Thick thighs. What? Big booty. I speak for yourself, pal. Cute little side roll. Holy shit. That is, I mean, she got lucky. I mean, she found one of them rare exceptions out there that likes fat women because he's a fetishist. Her shape and size won't be the one featured on the cover of Cosmopolitan. You better believe it, because that's what men want. But it's the one featured in my life and in my heart. Can anybody out there say pussy? I feel like I'm going to gag. There's nothing sexy to me than a woman who's both curvy and confident. Oh, my God. Well, big fat women, of course, they're confident. They're not insecure. They're not stupid because they've had to work hard in school to get a career, to get a life, to make money. So, yeah, they're confident. But they're ugly. So we don't want them. This gorgeous girl I married fills out every inch of her jeans. Good God. I'll bet she does. I'm sure she had to have them special made. And is still the most beautiful one in the room. Guys, rethink what society has told you. This guy is just an indoctrinated fool. Yeah, because everything's a construct. Everything is a societal construct. Yeah. This guy is a perfect example of a man, white knight, mangina, simp, cuck, pussy. Not only is he a chubby chaser, but he's a fool. He's been indoctrinated. He's one of the typical male haters who bashes other men and does women's job for them. He's essentially a proxy, in a sense. Yeah, you pussy, you. Ugh. Guys, rethink what society's told you that you should desire. A real woman is not a porn star. I don't know. She looks real. I mean, aren't porn stars real human beings? What does he mean? Not a real woman. I think she's a real woman. What are you talking about, not real? She's a human being, and she's just as real as your big fat lover there, only not as big and fat. Or a bikini mannequin. Well, a bikini mannequin is a real thing, but it's not a real person. You got that right. Bikini mannequins are not people. Real people are people, and porn stars are real people. And there are lots of women out there that look like that. Sorry you couldn't get one, so you had to settle for this blob. She's real, and so is the porn star, and we want her more than we want your fat, disgusting wife. She has beautiful stretch marks on her hips. Oh, my God. I mean, even the feminists have got to be saying this guy's a simp. Even they hate him. They're like, this guy's a simp. This guy's a wimp. He's a pussy. Even we hate him. I mean, we hate men, but Jesus Christ, we don't want men this week. Of course, you've made them that week. I mean, this is perfect example of feminists. So, you know, even they want a real man. They're big, fat, ugly, disgusting blobs, the third wavers who are responding to this guy, and they can't get a real man. But even they know what they like in a man, and this guy and his simping ain't it. cute little dimples on her booty. Girls, don't ever fool yourself by thinking you have to fit a certain mold to be loved and appreciated. Oh yeah, guy, you are spreading disinformation. I'm looking at this thing and I wanna hurl. Okay. Girls, don't listen to this guy because he's one in like 3 billion, 3.5 billion, and a very few of them like what he likes. Girls, do think that you have to fit a certain mold, because you do have to fit a certain mold to be loved and appreciated. That's called reality. There's a guy out there who's going to celebrate you for exactly who you are. No. Well, a very few. This guy's a rare outlier, so no, there aren't any out there. And even if there are, she's not going to find him. Someone who will love you like I love my Sarah. And they kiss, and oh, God, disgusting. And even there, it's on a fucking TV show. Let's see what they had to say.
And so much positive and negative reaction coming into this post from a man who says he loves his wife's curvy body. Some are calling him a hero husband, others a fake feminist. Now that couple opening up on GMA, and Morris Gavacampo is here with more on that. Hey.
Right, he's a fake feminist because what? Oh, he's actually agreeing with them and siding with them. Oh, nope, you're a man. You are a man? We don't want male feminists. We are extreme third wavers. We hate all men, and unfortunately for you, there's no room in our ranks for you, pussy boy.
Hey, Mara.
Hey, Robin, good morning. You know, he says it was a genuine expression of love in that Instagram post that went viral. At first, thousands cheered him on for it, but then a wave of backlash. This is the picture that got over 200,000 reactions on Facebook and more than 31,000 likes on Instagram. 26-year-old Robbie Tripp sharing what
Loser!
some are calling a controversial post about his wife.
I am a body positive fashion blogger, and
Oh my God. He's 26 and he's already married? Well, that right there should tell you that he's a loser. First of all, he's married, which makes him an idiot. Number two, he's young and married, so he's got to be a fucking moron to get married. Don't you looking around at the world, pal? 93.4% of all marriages end in divorce. She's going to divorce you eventually when she'll lose all that weight and find some guy that'll actually want her ass now that she lost that weight and she'll be reasonably attractive. Of course, she's 26 too. She's close hitting the wall. Maybe she can't do any better, even in the future if she loses the weight. But eventually she'll divorce you and take half your shit.
I am a curvy girl.
Curvy girl. You're a fat pig.
I am not ashamed of anything that Robbie wrote.
You should be ashamed of yourself. That's the problem with women like this. They're not ashamed. She should be ashamed.
Celebrates
Look in the mirror if you can find one big enough.
all aspects of who I am as a woman.
In the post, Tripp
Pussy.
proclaims his love for Sarah's body. There is nothing sexier than this woman right here.
Bleh.
Big thighs, big booty, cute little side
I
roll,
disagree.
etc. This gorgeous girl I married fills out every inch of her jeans and is still the most beautiful one in the room. Adding, a real woman is not a porn star or a bikini mannequin or a...
Clearly you don't know what real means. Those are real women, you idiot. You just couldn't get one. Look at this guy. He's kind of a goofy-looking fucker. This is the best he can get, and she's the best that he can get. I mean, and he's the best that she can get. So, perfect match, I guess.
movie character. She's real. She has beautiful stretch marks on her hips and cute little dimples on her booty.
You know what occurs to me? That this guy must be a loser, and he makes like probably $30,000 a year, and he has no money. I mean, that's it. You know, that's the kind of guy that goes with a fat chick. Either that, or, I mean, yeah, he's literally a chubby chaser.
Also saying, girls, don't ever fool yourself by thinking you have to fit a certain mold to be loved and appreciated. There
Yeah,
is
you
a
do.
guy out there who is going to celebrate you for exactly
No, there's
who
not.
you are. Someone who will love you like I
That's
love
a lie.
Sarah.
I wanted to celebrate a real woman. I wanted to celebrate a woman in my life.
I love how... So now you are marginalizing and attacking women that are not thin. So this is the problem. So he's some kind of feminist, and yet he's attacking people who are thin. Oh, he's been fed this line that being thin and attractive isn't the natural state of affairs for a woman. That's a result of patriarchy. Yeah, big pussy, you.
Who represented all the curvy women who, you know, had those thick thighs and that big booty.
At first, the provocative post overwhelmed with approval. Comments like, love, love, love. We need more men like you in this world.
Fat woman speaking there.
But then, critics came calling, with articles titled, "Area Man Thinks He's Brave for Finding His Wife Hot."
Oh, I see. Because he's virtue signaling and he's shouting out that, hey, look at me, I'm special because I love a fatty. All these fat women are basically interpreting that to mean that it's some kind of a chore. It's like it's some kind of a big deal that a thin guy would be in love with a fat woman. Like he's made some kind of extra large step as a man, and he's actually done something special and unique because it's so prohibited. It's so wrong to love with a fat woman. Yeah, he has. Look at her. She's a blob. She's lucky she can get any man. She should be dating a man that works at a fucking gas station, pumping gas for $7-8 an hour, okay? And changing oil and shit. That's who she should be dating. That's who she should get. That's the only type of man she should get, and she's lucky to be with him. And the fact that he's saying this and basically implying that she's lucky in that way, yeah, it's true. So shut the fuck up, you feminist cunts.
And, dear nice guys, dating a curvy woman does not make you a hero.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And I don't think he was trying to be a hero, but actually he might have been. And he's virtue signaling. So what? You feminists make yourselves out to be victims and then say that you're a hero for being a victim, which is even more absurd.
Writing mansplaining on Instagram does not make you a male feminist.
You stupid cunt. There's no such thing as mansplaining. It's a made-up word. That's just something that women say because they don't like it men having to explain things to them because they're so fucking stupid they can't get it. So you resent men because they're smarter than you idiot.
I don't see girls like me in advertisements and magazines.
Yeah, I wonder why. Why do you think that is? Because men don't want to look at your big fat ass. And when you put that big fat ass on the front of a magazine, we don't look at it, and we move on to the next magazine.
And I'm not offended that Robbie labels me as curvy as well. Everything that he posted was highlighting one thing that he loves about me, and it's not devaluing everything else that he loves about me, thinks about my body, etc.
And while it was a body-praising post that went viral, Tripp says everything he loves about his wife is far too long for social media.
If I were to write an Instagram caption about all the things I love about my wife, it would be a novel. It'd be a 700-page book.
Pussy. Tell me what's so great about this woman, all right, that she deserves this kind of adoration. What does she bring to the table? Other than a plate of sausages. What else does she bring to the fucking table? Oh, he says I could. Well, go ahead. Tell us what's so great. Oh, you can't, I'm guessing. Pussy.
Well, Robbie adds that Sarah is his favorite subject to write about, saying that he posts about her all the time. It's just that his posts have never gone viral before.
Pussy.
And she does add that given her work with body acceptance issues, Robin, they talk about things like this all the time. So it's not an unusual discussion for them to have.
Body acceptance. So you mean you have to accept yourself as being a big fat blob and the fact that you couldn't walk a mile without essentially being out of breath, but you should accept that about yourself. I see.
That's true, Mara. Thank you. Author Rachel Simmons, author of Enough As She Is here. Good to have you back with us.
Thank you.
All right, let's get into this because the vast majority of the response was great because this is a guy who's just professing his love for his wife.
Right, we have to cut this guy a break. I mean, his intentions were so good. And
right, his intentions were good, but he did something wrong. A little faux pas, of course. He made a mistake, but his intentions were good. What mistake did he make? He didn't make a mistake, except for being with a big fat chick. That's the mistake he made, being with a big fat ugly slob and making other women think it's okay to be a big fat ugly slob. And by the way, look at the whole audience. It's all big fat women. Where are the skinny women? They've peopled this audience with blobs. Big black blob in the right corner, another big fat black blob, and behind her in the purple shirt, another big fat blob. You got what might be a skinny white woman way in the back of that audience there, but she's probably got a big fat ass too. They're all big fat slobs. Look at them. Look at those gigantic shirts that I could use as a car cover. Are you kidding me?
it's important for men to talk about the fact that they love women of all sizes. That's a
No, they don't. They don't.
good thing. The problem is they did not have this conversation over a romantic meal. He did not pen a love letter. He put it on Instagram, and that changes things. The internet has big feelings.
But the thing...
You mean social justice warriors have big feelings because they see it as their domain. I see.
The thing is, we put everything. A lot of people put everything. There's no difference here. But you say perhaps it's some of the phrasing that caused some of the negative.
Yeah, we have to control people. We have to control their thoughts and how they express themselves and what they express is their thinking. So we have to control their thoughts and let people know there's acceptable ways to express yourself and then there's unacceptable ways. Yes, I see.
I think it ends up coming like a backhanded compliment, right? He's like, I love you so much, and the media marginalizes you, and you fill out your jeans, and I...
The media does not marginalize women. All the media does is champions women and says how great they are and what disgusting scumbags men are. The women continue to push this bullshit is just so they can grab more power while we men sit on our asses with our thumbs up our asses and we don't challenge this bullshit. Well, I'm challenging it, you dumb cunt.
Still love you anyway. And so I think partly there's that falls flat. I also think this reminded me a lot of when dads are congratulated for babysitting their own kids.
You dumb cunt, you. Oh, that's from the past, long in the past, okay? And by the way, if a man is going to work all motherfucking day and working his ass off and some bitches at home sitting and watching fucking Oprah, then yeah, he should be congratulated because he works his ass off all motherfucking day. That's her goddamn job to watch the fucking kid. It is his fucking job. He comes home tired after working all motherfucking day in a job that's much more intense and much more hard. The work is much more difficult per minute, per hour, much more intense than some broad sitting on a fucking couch and occasionally pushing a fucking vacuum cleaner.
Like, dude, that's part of your job descriptions?
No, it's not part of my fucking job description. My job description is my fucking job, you dumb fucking cunt, you. Who the fuck are you dumb bitch? Go home and breastfeed your kid. Go home and watch your fucking kid. Or you having your husband do that, huh? You fucking cunt, you.
So you should probably just go do your job without getting a big sensational story out of it?
No, it's not a man's job to watch the kids, okay? If he does it, he's doing the woman a favor.
This is the same thing. I mean, it's part of a husband's job
unless she's the fucking breadwinner, which is highly unlikely.
Description to love his wife. Why is this news anyway?
But
it's his job to love his wife. I'm a dumb feminist. That's all I hear when you're talking, you dumb bitch. It's his job to love his wife, so he shouldn't be congratulating himself for loving her because she's fat. He didn't say that he loved her because she's fat, in spite of being fat. He said he loved that she's fat. He doesn't find it objectionable. How is that objectionable that he said that?
he's not asking for the attention. He's not asking it. It is getting, I mean, I know we kind of differ there because why did he put it on Instagram or put it online like that? But
feminists all the time are complaining about this bullshit, that bullshit, trying to make themselves into heroes for being victims. This guy does the opposite. He tries to essentially say, I love my wife. I don't care that she's a blob. I love her anyway. And okay, yeah, he was doing some virtue signaling. So what? Ah, he put a light on the fact that these people virtue signal about negative things, and then he virtue signals about something positive. They have to shoot him down and destroy him. I see.
Don't we have to also look at ourselves? And we look it through our lens, because some people viewed it positively, some people viewed it negatively. So
right, and this writer viewed it negatively because she's a feminist cunt.
Do we have to look at ourselves and say, why do we feel that way?
That's a great point. That's why it's called social media. It's emotional media. We all bring our feelings to what we post. And if you're a woman who doesn't feel good about her body, which I'm pretty sure is every woman everywhere, or most.
Oh, you fucking cunt, you. It's not every woman everywhere. It might be you because you've hit the wall a long time ago. Look at all that fucking pancake makeup on your face. But a lot of women are hot. A lot of women are attractive. And they don't have a problem with their bodies or how they look. So maybe you should speak for yourself instead of overly generalizing your whole fucking sex.
Of us, you're going to read that and think, well, I think that was a nice thing to say, but maybe not entirely. And so we all bring our emotions to the table.
Okay, let's do a little informal thing here with this audience. So,
right, the audience of fat women, I see.
By your show of applause, you saw the piece, what he said. How many of you think that that was positive, what he said about his wife? Applause.
Right, they're not all crazy feminists like this dumb bitch here trying to sell books to crazy nutter third wavers.
And now, how many viewed what he said in a negative sense?
Okay, but they like you so much more.
Oh, I see. You're just not trying to capitalize on the small marginal group of women out there that hate men so you can sell books. Okay. I think that's fair, and that they don't like you has to do with your stupid-ass politics.
George, is this a fair poll?
I know, exactly. Well, that's why people like the internet, because you don't have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway. All right. But thank you. Thank you.
As usual, the small minority of crazy motherfucking voices wins because they can shout the loudest, and the pussy guys out there and big fat blob women and the hot women, everybody essentially sits down and lets the crazy motherfucking third wavers scream and scream, and it looks like they're the majority when they're really the minority, like this dumb cunt here, who, by the way, is also pretty thick. She's not as blobbish as the chick we just saw, but she's certainly no runway model. Look at that. Look at them curves. She's a blob as well, just a smaller version.
Because I have to honestly say, I didn't see what could be seen as
I feel bad for the guy, too.
Oh, but that's because you're not a leftist, and you're not a feminist, and you're not somebody looking to be offended and looking for things to offend you.
I feel, but this is a great opportunity for us to talk about the ways that women are treated and the ways that women are made to feel inferior because of the way that they look. Yeah.
Women are told that they're superior in every way, shape, or form, and that they can now be big fat blobs, and it's okay to be a big fat blob, and you'll get a husband, and if you don't, you'll be happy because you have your career and your cats. So women are superior in every way, and the dad bod men who are basically marginalized and treated like crap, like everybody that loves Raymond, for example, who was made to look like a fucking moron, and the king of queens, big fat disgusting guy, UPS driver, who was made out to be a moron. Every man on TV is a moron, and women are just wonderful and put on pedestals, but they're somehow treated badly? What?
Having that conversation is never a bad thing.
Yeah.
Yes, it is a bad thing, because it perpetuates myths. It perpetuates the myth that women are somehow mistreated in society, when nothing could be further from the truth. This is bullshit. I don't think this guy should be in any way praised. I also don't think he should be, well, if he should be anything, he should be attacked, but not the way they attacked him. He should be attacked for being a pussy, for being a mangina, for being a wimp, for being a turncoat to his own sex, and for essentially giving feminists more power in society by becoming one. What an idiot. I am the MGTOW philosopher, and I wish you a good day. Take care.